So we're up on the mountain where we just got done doing some Zacklifting. See? Mountain, Zacklift. But we're all finished up now. Man, this truck is a mess. Look at this thing. Oh man. Needs a bath, but it's not gonna get one because we just have more of this to go. So we have two choices now. So we're over on the westish side of the mountain. We could either drive 2 hours back home and be responsible and, you know, like go back to work and do the things we're supposed to be doing, or we could drive another hour in the wrong direction from home and go to the equipment auction and play with tractors and trucks. So obviously that's what we're gonna go do. All right, there's snow on that side of the mountain, but not up on this side. Look at the mess that this thing is. Oh, it needs a bath. Yeah, so we're gonna head farther west over into the valley. Which means we got another hour to go that way, and then we'll have a 3-hour drive home after that. But we have to check out an equipment auction, so totally worth it. Check it out. Waterfall. Well, before we get to the auction, this video is sponsored by SetPower Fridges in honor of their Black Friday sale. And I know these are a little dirty and scratched up and kind of banged around, but these aren't fancy display pieces like you should be using for a product promotion like this. These are actual fridges that I use. I have these things in almost every vehicle that I own, and they run 24/7, 365 days a year. I actually had to pull these out of the truck and all that just to make this video. But SetPower's got a whole range of different sizes, from the AB15 right here, nice and narrow, fits between the seats of the trucks, works as a center console for a Jeep or something like that, also nice and small to fit in the back if you got a bunch of other stuff to cram back there. Or you could step it up to the RV45 here. This is a dual zone fridge. There's a divider that goes in there. I don't have it right now because I just use it as one big fridge, but you can make one side a freezer, one side a fridge, reverse the two sides, which is which. Very handy. Or you could step up to the fancy one. This is the PT45. This one is a dual zone, not a removable divider. This one is app controlled, very nice, high-end construction, and you can get this in multiple different sizes. And those boxes over there are a bunch of tire chains for the truck. Now, of course, SetPower has a whole bunch of other range of the sizes, from smaller, flatter than that one to much bigger even than that one. I think they go up to 80-something quarts. They have a whole range you can check out of all different types. And for this Black Friday sale, you can get up to 52% off, which is a heck of a deal on some already very low price fridges. Now, if you spend over $380 on your purchases there for this Black Friday sale, you get a free floor fan valued at $179. If you spend over $480, you get a free battery to help power all this stuff that's valued at $199. Both those are while supplies last, of course. And this sale goes from November 19th to December 4th, so don't miss out. SetPower has been a long-time supporter of this channel. They're actually one of the original sponsors of this channel and have been with me through the whole thing. This RV45 right here is probably pushing 2.5 years old. Runs basically 24/7, except for when I unplug it to do a video like this. Flawless. Could not be happier with the stuff I've got from SetPower. You will be too. Go check them out. The links will be down below in the description. So thanks again to SetPower for continuing to support my channel and continuing to give good deals to my viewers. So we're here at the auction. Auction day is actually tomorrow. Today and yesterday are the preview days. You get to come check everything out, try it out, inspect it, run it. Not like digging holes, but like move it back and forth and stuff, and see what you think of it before you bid on it online tomorrow. So they've got, yep, batteries. They've got a whole long line of trucks over there that we're gonna go check out. They got a bunch of equipment as well. Some pretty cool looking stuff, and then some stuff that's just, yeah, you want to stay far away from. It's a pretty decent looking grader here. I've always preferred these John Deere ones to the Cat ones, and I know Cat people will hate that I say that, but I do. This one here is a 6-wheel drive one. The front tires are actually driven by hydraulic motors here in the wheel hubs that turn them from in there, whereas the rear are mechanically driven, like something, you know, normal. But this one actually seems in pretty good shape looking wise. We get the code right? We did. It's these you have to enter a pin code, and these buttons are your different numbers. You see there's numbers in there for the pin code. You have to enter that and then hit a thing for it to go. So you look at the balls on the lift rams there, and when you put the blade down, you see if there's movement, which that one has a little bit. That's not bad. This side, about the same. That's not bad, but you got to think, if you're trying to grade to like the 1/10 of an inch, there's more than a 1/10 of an inch of movement in those balls. So, oh, and also look at the blade roll back and forth. when I put pressure. I don't know how well you can see that, but the blade's got some kick to it. So between the movement in the lift rams and that blade roll movement, it should be this lever right here. Between the movement in the both of those, that could screw with you if you're trying to grade super good. But if you're like me and not super good at it, a little bit doesn't really matter, does it? So here's the switch for the 6-wheel drive. You flip that, now the front hydraulic motor's engaged. You put it back, you're in normal. Now you're in slow mode. Nice machine. Little bit of slop. That's not bad at all in those pins, but if you were like trying to do precise like pads and stuff like that, you'd want to take care of that. For doing like grading roads and maintenance stuff, it would be totally fine. Or if you're just at my level of grader operating, that little bit of slop won't matter because I'm not that precise anyway. And then we have this big old long row of these little Chinese mini excavators. And trust me, there is a part of me that really wants to buy one of these just to have a fun toy around the house, see what they could really do, because they seem pretty cheaply built. These are actually kind of different ones. They're all probably the same factory, but they seem kind of cheaply built. But I know some people who have them who said, oh no, they're great. Like work around the house stuff and they'll do far more than you expect. And I know other people who said they're absolute junk, but I kind of want to try one out to see. These are actually built very different. These two here, it's got this big thick piece back here, which is probably part of their counterweight. And there's these ones that are, oh, that one's nice and solid. I guess they are different. That one's not. I don't know. I've actually had Temu has been reaching out to me like crazy, wanting to like sponsor something on my channel. I don't really want to at all, but I'm so tempted to say, yeah, send me one of your Temu excavators and we'll put it to the test and see how good it really is. I kind of want to do that, but also I kind of don't want to do that, so who knows. I don't know. I do kind of want to try one though. I really contradicted myself about 5 or 6 times there, didn't I? Little Mitsubishi dozer. A friend of mine had one of these when I was younger, but his actually had 3 pedals. It was an actual normal manual transmission with like a 4-speed shifter. So you actually had to use the clutch, brake and throttle, and a shifter while you're running the blade and stuff to drive it. And then your steering was the frictions like this. This one looks like, yeah, that's a power shift normal transmission. But yeah, the one he had was an actual 4-speed with a clutch, and it was not fun or efficient to drive. Check out this thing. So chain from the roll bar is holding the blade up. So don't stick your foot under that blade. It's missing an air filter. There's another chain. Oh, it's just the tail of that chain down there. That guard is falling down in there. This looks like a belly pan that's supposed to be bolted on the bottom of it. So I'm guessing this is not quite an operable unit. Oh yeah. This is the project. Oh, this little guy's tail fell off. This is probably another non-running. Oh, this is a track loader with a 4-in-1 bucket. And I'm guessing this was drug here and shoved off the back of a trailer by the fact that, you know, there's not the whole like rest of it here. And then they went and drug the backhoe arm out of the bushes. That would pin on here. Oh yeah, not starting this one. That would pin onto the back, and then somewhere hydraulics would connect. And then you flip this seat around. Oh, it's on a, yeah, see how it spins around, and then you run that. Now this is something Ben up at 406 Garage would lose his mind over. Check that out. International Draught skid shovel. This is a normal bucket, not a 4-in-1. This one actually looks fairly complete from looking at it. Even the seat looks decent. Got your frictions, throttle, probably a Johnson bar over there, transmission, oh, and a multi-function bucket lever. Counterweight in the back, drawbar needs put back together. Is this a gas engine? It's got a choke. It is. Oh, the choke goes to the choke lever in there. Nope, she's dead. It's a gas engine. Look at the clip together V-belt on it. Huh. Interesting piece. Be cool to get something like that running. Alright, let's look at some trucks, then we'll get back to the equipment over there. Freightliner Century with a drop axle. With some really good tires and some not so good tires. Got a hitch plate on the back. Oh, it's got a place to pin in a hitch, and that is 7-way plug. These would probably be where you put your air glad hands. Safety chain mounts. This one, when parts and pieces for the truck are sitting on the back of the truck. Wonder what happened here. Huh. Does this have a mounted flashlight? Tell me that's the battery compartment that all the covers tore off of. Tell me you have electrical problems without telling me you have electrical problems. Oh wow. Oh, the pillows are in here and everything. What the? You had dirty ass pillows and more dirty pillows and a microwave in the upper bunk. Oh, I ain't gonna come down. Still got, I don't even know what that is, so I'm not gonna touch it. Oatmeal. This thing is just turnkey, ready to go. Even got your work boots. Oh, you're ready to work. Just hop in. You got work boots, oatmeal, dirty ass pillows, crowbar to break into these busted ass doors that don't work. Microwave. The closet comes with clothes. You're kidding me. No way. Did homeboy just quit and dump this truck off of the auction? Clothes in the closet, that's new one. Is there food in the fridge? Why is the fridge locked? That's scary. Can't get in the fridge. Probably for the best. Okay, that's what it looks like in the first truck we went into. I got some high hopes. Find some goofy shit in the rest of them. I guess we should start with number one here, even though we're not starting, we're on the second one. Battery cover's gone too. Dash all apart down here. This thing is grody. What, the roof is falling down. Seats taped together. Comes with the oil filter though. It's definitely not for this truck. That might be a fuel filter. Cummins coolant filter. Missing all of the dash over here. Huh. That's the battery box cover, if you were wondering. Got toilet paper. I think that's the one thing I didn't see in the other truck. So if we put that toilet paper in that other truck, it's ready to just go to work. No clothes in this closet. Nope. No big surprises here. Alright, this video is quickly turning into What kind of hokey shit can we find in these trucks? Okay, this is a twin to this one that we first looked at, but it's got all its pieces on it. Do you think it'll be just as sketchy inside? Let's go see. All right. Oh no, this one's actually pretty clean. Look at that. No dirty pillows. No oatmeal. Got cup holders. Got nothing in here. The fridge is missing from this one, which is probably for the best. No clothes in the closet. Still got the upper mattress. Okay, okay. This one's much better. I mean, I still wouldn't buy it, but it's much better. Freightliner Century. This is the classic owner-operator truck of all trucks. These things you could buy for like 5,000 bucks in an auction, and everything will be wrong with them, but they won't die. Freightliner Century class and the FLDs. I think this is the whatever, the newer version of the FLDs. If you want a cheap truck that will never be nice, will never work 100% correctly, but will never let you down, it's a Freightliner FLD or Century class. This here being the Century class. And it is exactly what you would expect. Just bare bones, everything you need, absolutely nothing you don't. I guarantee you this one will start up. You know, I said some things that I might not have totally meant. Okay, so it won't start. It'll beep at you though. Check out, they had the chrome trim on this piece, but only this one, not the whole dash. They're gonna work their way up to the full kit. All right, out of this one. From the OG to the Cascadia, these are the newer ones. So this truck must have been pulled a fuel tanker or something like that. They put the PTO cutouts. Never mind, I'm totally lying. That's a fifth wheel release. See? And the fact that it has the air to do that means this one probably runs. What I thought that was, since that's a PTO lever, was a PTO cutout, because a lot of trucks that pull fuel tankers and stuff like that and then have PTO pumps to pump the fuel. At the fuel stations they'll gravity dump them into the ground, but some trucks have PTOs to pump fuel up into the tanks. They'll have a PTO cut off somewhere on the outside of the truck, so if something goes wrong they can kill the PTO without having to get back up in the truck. This was a case of me acting like I was knowing what I was talking about, being completely wrong. Ooh, I see lots of switches over here. That means this truck has full lockers. Check that out. This is your inner axle diff lock, one axle locker, two axle locker. What never made sense to me, and every manufacturer does this from Freightliner to Peterbilt to Kenworth over there, these three are your lockers. This is a fifth wheel slide. Why would you not put all of the lockers in a row, then put your fifth wheel slide, and this is your airbag dump and raise? On almost all trucks with full lockers, so many of them, they're not all in a row. You have to remember, like, okay, I can flip this one, then I can flip this one, then I can flip this one. Skip that one, or I just unlock my fifth wheel and it goes sliding around on the frame. Makes no sense. I just noticed. Rear lights. So if someone's tailgating you, you give them the old what for. All right, over here we've got the other Century class. There's two of them. There's that one, there's this one. This one's got yellow hooks on the front, meaning it's fancier. So this is looks like exact twin to that truck right there. Let's see if this one will run. Yep, exact twin, just like we thought. I wonder if that's a bottom dump switch right there. Like these things might have pulled bottom dump. Come on. Oh. Now we're talking. Listen to that thing. That's a real truck. That's not one of these fancy new choked down emissions things. Now we're talking. It's like you can tell it's a Freightliner too. Okay, we're gonna go out the passenger side. Freightliner loves their cheap plastic. Are you kidding me? What do we do now? If we roll down the window, the problem is the pull handles are down at the bottom of the doors. Way down there. The arms are long, but... Are you kidding me? Got it. We got some rust here. There's a Volvo. Volvos are easily, oh, this is going to be good. Before we get into this, because I'm already seeing stuff. Volvos are easily one of the most comfortable long-haul over-the-road trucks. They are the absolute Cadillacs of the trucking world. It may not look cool, it may not be the neat thing to have and all that, but if you want to just be comfortable driving up and down the road all day, every day, doing hundreds and hundreds of miles a day, these Volvo sleeper trucks are the way to go. Now, let's get into this. This dude left everything in here, all of his paperwork, all his permits. This thing has oversized permits. These are, yep, special transportation permit, oversized permits. Logbooks in here, microwave, fridge, big ass mirror on the floor. His bagel came straight from the pilot here to drop this thing off. Nothing in there. Surprisingly, nothing in the fridge or freezer. This thing, hole in the sleeper floor over there. There's jug after jug after jug after jug after jug of antifreeze in this truck, meaning this thing either has a serious coolant leak or a head gasket issue or something like that. So keep that in mind with your bidding in case for some weird reason you would want to bid on this thing. Does it run? Where's the key? What is happening over there? I've heard of a rod knock, I haven't heard of a door knock. Oh, it sounds terrible. Oh, it's saying shut it down, shut it down. It's got issues. Oh, this thing is scrap metal. Another Freightliner Century class here. We're not going to shut the door on this one. This one has the big double bunk sleeper. Those other ones just had the flat top single. We've got all missing dash pieces because Freightliner plastic just falls apart. Has since they started putting plastic in the truck, still does to this day. We're missing like the whole wall of the truck over here. More dirty pillows. Someone's special blankie. Who is buying these things? That's what I want to know. Oh, under the bed we've got, got a spare airline, coolant, oil, nothing too surprising under there. Just FYI, the cheap plastic that Freightliner uses on all their trucks that falls apart and cracks like crazy is the same cheap plastic that Western Star uses in their trucks still to this day. As shown by my Western Star, the dash is cracking apart and falling out of and screwed back together, and all the air push connect fittings like these here on my Western Star that just crack and leak like crazy constantly. Okay, this one here's got, that's the fender off of that side over there. The mirror's missing off of this. Where's its mirror? That's not even there. What's this? Why is it here? There's an airbag. Why can't I pull the airbag out of the truck? Well, it's sitting here. Okay. Tire chains. Which airbag is missing? That one. And see how this one's all crumpled up like that? And so is that one. And Okay, that one's all jacked up over there. You know why that airbag got ripped out? I guarantee you, this truck got towed here and a record driver lifted it from the rear and just let all those axles hang, bottomed out on everything. That's why all these airbags are folded up and it ripped that one out or broke the bolts off of it. That is why you see me chain the axles up when I rear tow a truck, is because this is what happens. This one, all the airbags are this is how, so when airbags deflate, this is what they do. They just fold right over themselves, tuck right up in there. When they deflate from ride height, when they get stretched all the way out, like that axle gets drooped down and hang and then set down back on top, they get all screwed up like that there. So this truck was towed here and they didn't chain up the axles and they ripped the airbag out of it. The missing mirror. What is it with these doors doing that? Oh, look at that's all cracked right there. Oh man. Okay. I'm seeing why this truck was towed here. And these, we gotta open the hood. Those look like those should be inside of an engine, a red one. That is a DPF filter. Diesel particulate filter. So I know someone's getting mad. Why'd you call it DPF filter? It's just a DPF because the F is for filter. Don't care. That's a DPF filter. It's oh, they left their thing in here. Let's open the hood on this one and see what's all torn apart. Whew. Oh yeah, we're missing all the things here. The turbo's gone. The EGR system's still there. I wonder if the turbo went bad, because the turbo's gone obviously. These are coolant lines or oil lines for the turbo. These are water-cooled turbos on these trucks, so they have coolant and oil going to them. But if the turbo goes bad sometimes, it shoots oil down the exhaust, which I wonder, well, I guess we can't see out the stack on this one because there's a filter in the way. And the filter gets clogged up with that oil and destroys the filter and clogs it all up. And then if you're these guys, you say screw it and send the truck to auction. So this one here is same fleet but a very different truck. This is a 367. These are 579s, 567s, whatever. No crazy door popping. This one actually looks pretty good inside. Ho-ho! Guess who just got free registration? Just kidding. So this one actually looks pretty good. 425,000 miles. Got a 10-speed in it, not the auto shifts like all of those. Starts good. Oil pressure's good. Oh, we got low coolant, DPF filter problem, engine problem, stop engine immediately light, 4 fault codes. Nope. I will take my free registration though. So there's all these little single axle Volvo day cabs I was walking by. You know, aluminum rims, all stuff, and I get to looking closer. That's a steel rim that they painted to look like aluminum. I do like the square tanks though. I wish they would do that on a lot more trucks because you can get far more fuel in the same amount of distance of space you take up on the frame. But yeah, painted to look like aluminum. Oh, these are the LTL trucks. That's what they have all the hazmat placards. Now we are talking. Check out the Ford fuel truck. Right when it says I need to have a fuel tank at my house to fuel my trucks that live out in the middle of nowhere, would this be an acceptable solution to that problem? I think it would. So remember the whole tracked vehicle saga where I thought I had solved all my issues? You know, it was like, do I put these tracks on this vehicle or that one, and then that creates this problem or that problem, and then I bought that whole other Cherokee to put the mat tracks on, solve my problem to make it easy to throw on any car trailer and haul around. Well, we're back here looking at trailers because the tracked vehicle saga continues. It turns out the mat tracks on the Cherokee are wider than the American track truck or even the Polar Track, those other ones I have. And they don't fit between the fender wells on either of my car trailers. So the whole idea of not having to pull the gooseneck and being a pain in the butt, and you know, with the big flat deck like this, went out the window because it doesn't fit. Now, the one thing I could do is just put the other tracks on the Cherokee, and that would narrow it up enough to fit, and that'd be great. But those tracks are not anywhere near as strong or as smooth, or they're not mat tracks, basically. Mat tracks, I really want to run the mat tracks. I would prefer that. They're better in every way, except for they're too wide for my trailer. So, we're here trailer shopping. My options are, this is kind of a thought, is there's this big deck over tilt deck that's a tandem dual. I believe this thing's rated for 18,000 pounds, but can be pulled behind my pickup. Probably weighs every bit of what my gooseneck does, if not maybe a little more. But either way, it's a bumper pull, which is much easier. I could put a pedal hitch on that and then pull it behind my pickup, and then turn right around and pull this behind the Zacklift or even the rollback. Has a nice flat deck trailer behind those. I can still put some decent weight on it, because if this thing says 23,400 pound total weight trailer, so this oil bath hubs, this actually would not be a bad trailer to pull behind the rollback or the Western Star with the pedal hitch, and then could still pull it with my pickup. Wonder what that'll go for. Not these ones, but these four here, which you can get in black, yellow, gray, or red, they are 83.5 inches between the fender wells. And I measured the track Jeep, and I cannot remember if it was 83 or if it was 84. But either way, these are 83.5. So if it's 83, it would fit on these trailers, and these are a tilt deck with a stationary front. But if it's 84, it doesn't fit on these trailers. The stationary front would be nice for like when I'm moving around the backhoe and its attachments. You leave an attachment up there and can still tilt the deck and drive the backhoe on and off. The other option is a trailer like this one here that has drive over fenders. These ones are also 83 inches between, but then if it doesn't fit, you could drive over the fender. These are made to drive on. This trailer though is I don't think you're allowed to test drive them that far. Either way, this one is a dovetail with flip over ramps, not a tilt. I would prefer a tilt. The ideal trailer would be a 14,000 pound trailer like this, full body deck. You see this deck here only goes to the inside of the fenders. This deck here goes all the way out to the outside of the trailer. Much bigger deck surface. The ideal thing would be a trailer like that, 14,000 pounds, full width deck, drive over fenders, and a power tilt. But those are really expensive, and this one's at an auction. So if this one goes for auction price, I'll deal with flipping some ramps over now and then if it fits, great. If not, drive one track over the fenders and your problem is solved. Or I could just build some ramps over the fenders on the trailer I have, but then you have to take those back off to haul anything else on it, and I don't know. I thought my track saga was done, but it's not. Oh, I have such high hopes for the inside of this thing. Okay, wow, it's actually really nice. I mean, not so much in there, but this is actually really nice. I'm kind of surprised. How old is that TV? It's still like one of the actual tube TVs. Oh, the roof is falling down. Now, what's your bets on this one? Nice inside or absolute trash pile? Well, steps are all janked up for starters. Oops. We'll put that right there. Oh, it's got a washer and dryer in there. Okay. You guys don't have smell-o-vision, but I do. So this is as far inside of this one as we're gonna go. Oh my God. All right, we're all done with trailers, trucks, equipment. Now we're gonna go look at the grand finale. The one thing, if I show my daughter, she will go nuts over, so I'm probably not going to in case it goes super expensive, but if it's cheap, I'll buy it anyway. So let's go check it out. Oh, and pro tip, if you're at the auction and the porta potties have lot numbers on the door, they're for sale, not for use. And if you use them for use, the person who buys them in the sale is not gonna like you very much. Check this thing out. This thing, it's electric, so it actually drives. Got your steering wheel, your gear shifter, speedometer, everything. Gas, brake, all electric Chariot with gold trim. I mean, not like gold, you know, but like gold looking trim. Here's your battery packs, charger, electric motor, disc brakes, brake lights, turn signals, running lights. Well, lights, I don't know if all those other things are true, but this thing here, if this goes under $1,000, I am buying this, and I'll put on the little chauffeur hat and then drive my daughter around the neighborhood so she can sit back here like a princess. Look at, it's got the button tuck, little diamond looking button tucks. Top is actually much more like thicker, nicer than I thought it would be as far as material. I don't think it's going to go that cheap, LED headlights, but if it does, I am buying it. And my daughter is going to have the best Christmas ever. Watch, it's on and I just run myself over. Look at the little wood grain shifter. Oh, I didn't notice the lanterns on the side. Yeah. That is cool. Alright, well, we have looked at everything we need to look at, and some things I thought I'd be interested in, I'm most definitely not, and some things I didn't think I'd be so interested in, I kind of am. So I'm going to throw some bids on some stuff tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to come home with anything or not. It all depends what the prices go for. General overview of this particular sale at the auction. Lots of surprisingly good equipment. The equipment here was actually really nice. Lots of absolutely junk trucks. There wasn't a single good truck over there. So that's all out the window. But hey, check this out. I got this sweet rug. I don't have room for a rug on my floor, so I put it right here. It's kind of decoration of the sleeper. Made for me by a fan. If you have Instagram, check out Popeye the Rug Dealer. He can make you a sweet rug. So now that I have turned a quick morning job into an all-day event, I'm going to try to make it home before dark. And then get up in the morning and watch this auction. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Made it just in time. Now to go get some dinner.